Are BlackRock and JP Morgan purchasing XRP covertly? That's exactly what the Black Swan capitalist brothers Bradley Kimes and digital asset investor had to say. Additionally, we have some late-breaking information regarding the first-ever spot XRP ETF. On the first day of trading, what is it doing? Let's begin. I take it that only Robbie Mitchnick and Susan Athey have ever conducted a valid XRP valuation. He just so happened to visit BlackRock when they conducted the valuation in 2018. After that, he removes the Ripple affiliation from his linkmen and linkages. Did he not, Brand? After removing it, he is now just able to discuss Bitcoin, and I'll sell you this igloo if you're interested in it. It's only 80 or 90 degrees here in South Georgia. Maintain them on it. You can buy it from me. If you think that this man is exclusively knowledgeable about Bitcoin, BlackRock refuses to discuss anything else. The only two ETFs are Ethereum and Bitcoin. BlackRock only has Bitcoin, I suppose. Don't do it, it's absurd. You don't need to spend a lot of time after all, you know, that's bullshit. All you have to do is send some XRP and some Bitcoin. Correct? Yes. Naturally, it seems to me that they are getting in. Correct. And of course, they won't notify us that they're getting in. It's basically the same as talking your book. Correct. You're talking about Bitcoin in your book, but you're actually loading up on XRP, aren't you? Alternately, you're loading up on XRP after discarding it. And doing so isn't against the law, is it? These kinds of things are routinely done by financial institutions. And why would they ever discuss it if they wanted to amass it? Because everyone else will start purchasing it after that. In my opinion, it's one of those things that is simply unavoidable. However, you guys must have experienced this as well, don't you? You see, the reason we are in this industry is because we enjoy investing. And once you know what this specific investment is really meant for, you become completely enamored with it because you realize how serious and significant it is. And it makes you guess, doesn't it? It compels you to make assumptions from a basic, concrete point, isn't it? For example, you are aware of its purpose and what it is intended to accomplish. I even compare this to the pre-allocation of XRP escrow, isn't that correct? Which I was forever beaten on, isn't it? However, the fact that we discovered that 5 billion XRP were pre-allocated in an option contract to R3 ultimately proved us right. After that, we learned that Greg Kidd had a 1% pre-allocated option contract on 1% of the total XRP float, correct? The community members were like, whoa, that was just the two of them after that. Okay, so you're telling me that those two individuals or organizations were the only ones with the intelligence to set up a pre-allocated option contract? It wasn't Bank of America. It was not done by the IS. It was not done by the IMF. Only R3 and Greg Kidd did it. Well, wait a minute. I'll let him finish thinking. Didn't enter right away. A person who thinks that is less intelligent than someone who knows what such information implies. I take that to mean that. All right, there is a wealth of excellent material here. This is just conjecture, of course, but when we talk about Bank of America, we're talking about the IMF or something, right? It's early. With the collaborations, partnerships, and RLUS, we've come a long way since then, as if this had all been planned out. Initially, R3 was where they developed several tests centered on the XRP ledger. R3 then moved away from it nevertheless. Furthermore, Ripple entered that litigation because they truly didn't want to give R3.5 billion in XRP, and so on. Here we are at this moment. Additionally, R3 is a rival to Ripple when it comes to central bank digital money and other infrastructure. Will R3 use XRP in the future? They will have the capability, but that is still up for debate in my area. I would really like to see that, but I would need to see concrete evidence first. I've noticed that when R3 individuals discuss XRP, they don't express many positive, upbeat things about it. Due to rules, even R3 was experiencing some difficulties obtaining and paying institutional clients. We'll have to wait and watch how this all plays out. Everyone, I'd love to know more about your mental processes down below. For example, do you believe Back when everything was put up, BlackRock and a few of these larger institutions were aware that they had these pre-allocation contracts. Then, since XRP was already secured, they wouldn't have to purchase it on the open market. He continues, every month, Ripple unlocks 1 billion XRP from escrow, which is exactly what comes to mind. In reality, just 30% of it ends up in wallets. 70% has been relocked. Therefore, wouldn't all of the XRP go somewhere if there were all of these individuals with option contracts and all of this XRP was already allocated? I'm just thinking about this that way. You could speculate that these individuals all have option contracts and so on. I must see the evidence, must view the conclusive. I'm going to remain skeptical until I accomplish it. Now available, the XRP Edition Gemini credit card is sweeping the XRP community. Lastly, a card that communicates with us and enables us to retrieve XRP. 4% for gas, electric vehicles, and transportation, 3% for eating out, 2% for groceries, and 1% for everything else. The card may be used to swipe and begin earning XRP anywhere MasterCard is accepted. Here, they provide some excellent illustrations of daily expenses, meals, groceries, gas, and the money you could make with your Gemini credit card that is XRP Edition. If you spend a specific amount throughout the first 90 days, you will receive some extra bonuses. The description will include all of those specifics. Read the fine print, please. It does state that the credit card is intended to help you increase your holdings of XRP. When compared to regular cards, XRP incentives obtained using the Gemini credit card and kept for at least a year have increased in value by an average of 452.9%. In addition to having some extra benefits in their app, Gemini offers many more fantastic major internet partners. Ensure that you are looking at those. Here, there are two distinct designs. There are two versions, the traditional and the XRP Edition. What you wish to use is up to you. Additionally, they have 50 additional cryptocurrencies available if you don't want to get XRP. Gemini has the answers. If you want to help the channel, please click the link I've included in the description. Additionally, you can earn up to 5,000 in XRP by referring friends and family after you have started using your XRP Edition Gemini credit card. Details are provided below. Now, let's return to the video. Today saw the introduction of the Rex Osprey, the first ever spot XRP ETF. The share price upon launch was $25.82. Here are some more details about what we observed. We witnessed approximately $24 million in trading volume in the first 90 minutes, which is 5 times more than any previous XRP futures ETF with corresponding debut days, indicating unheard of market fervor and demand. The first fund in the United States to permit regulated mainstream spot exposure to XRP is the Rex Osprey XRP ETF. While the Rex Osprey concurrently introduced a Dogecoin ETF, investors' focus was primarily on XRP. It was, of course. Hi there, Eric Bahamas, a Bloomberg ETF analyst, said the XRPR's volume was startlingly large. Yes, remarkably high, ladies and gentlemen. The man was unable to believe it in all honesty. Additionally, we learned today that Franklin Templeton and DBS Bank Ripple have partnered. The details are available here. Using tokenized monies, DBS, the top financial institution in Asia, offers lending, credit, and trading facilitation. The internationally renowned investment management Franklin Templeton is in charge of tokenizing Franklin's on-chain U.S. SG Benji is another name for the dollar short-term money market fund. Naturally, Ripple offers the technology necessary to enable all of this on the